Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to the Surge. We left off just getting a new weapon, what was it, codename Lohengrin? Lohengrin. It's the same thing as the fire staff, it's just cold, and it increases my health. So, let's continue on. We get to murder our way through some more enemies. This area kind of stinks. I'm glad there's really no more enemies other than that one spear guy, because all of this is death pit. And we get to fight our way through some more enemies. Woo. Ouch. Donk. And as you can see, all these like showcases are showing the powers of their nanites, the nanobots that build everything for them because people are lazy. Ow. And ow. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I just don't like those bots because in a tight corridor like this, they're just annoying to fight. Because of their ability to basically freeze you and not let you regenerate stamina.
I'd like to welcome back Jonah Gutenberg, founder and
Ooh.
Jonah. Thank you.
Alright, so now we get to see what Project Utopia does. New enemies.
Trying to get a moment.
That's right, and I appreciate you talking to me in French.
And they get back up. You can't target any more limbs anymore because you can't, you know, cut two limbs.
By certain elements in the media. They've been propagating myths and inciting the public against Rio.
And proceed to the nearest secure area.
Jesus, so much sound. Yeah, you can't cut two limbs off them, which is kind of annoying. But, yeah, so Project Utopia's main plan is to, hey, infect everyone with nanites, those little building robots, so they all become robots. It eats away at the human tissue and makes you a robot. So, not super safe. Ow. I'm just gonna kill this guy because I'm out. Oh! Whoa. Yeah, the glass kind of freaks out a little bit. Donk. There we go. He burned to death. Huh. I think that's the door that the daughter is in, but I can't access it right now until I guess finish one more thing. But whatever.
CEO of Rio. Jonah.
So now we get to fight another one of those robots in a much more tight setting. Kind of annoying, but whatever. And this one has armor. So I usually just back out because I don't want to fight him up there. And this one can block. And I accidentally killed him. And I didn't get a chop off his head. Damn it. But yeah, so these enemies just get back up after being knocked down. But I can decapitate him still. Nice.
Assets have been damaged. Potential security breach detected.
And
Initiating
now,
loss analysis.
now this ended security. I wish I could see. Ow. Die. Audio log.
Found some people to R&D, kept out of sight. I was too scared to get too close. They were blitzing anything that moved. They looked normal, but you just can't tell. Once I got to R&D, I could see where we saw anything. It's the first time I've peeked behind the curtain, too. I wish I hadn't. There's always a lie. That's now obvious. But it gets worse. They've got some weird Frankenstein cybernetics program going on here. It's just horrible. If the media ever got hold of this, there's a bunch of nanite research here too, and I'm not sure what that's about. But she's still bugging me to find the board, and this has made up my mind. They've got some explaining to do.
So yeah, the lady figured it out as well. It's just kind of everyone is evil, apparently.
I know. We're all impatient. But with every passing day, every launch,
More robots.
Project Utopia
Come on.
evolves.
You've already got your weapon and your arm and your head, so let's get your leg.
Payload is immigrant.
Ow.
Even down to the recycling of materials.
If you take off their legs and cripple them, they can only crawl around, which is still, it's kind of a cool feature for an enemy that has some form of,
No one has ever attempted what we're trying to do.
like, what is it called, a mechanic, I guess.
The very boundaries of science.
Jonah, or not Jonah, Jesus. Don, shut up, please. Medkit.
It is a huge task, but together we can do it. Whatever it takes.
There you are.
Joe!
I've been waiting for you. Just wanted to thank you. And say goodbye. Job's almost done. And then I'll be gone.
Hold on. What's this all about? What are you doing here? Who are you?
I'm sorry. I can't talk about it. What they did to Mickey, to us. I know it won't bring him back, but it was murder. And he was helpless. This is about justice. They have to pay. They have to.
Will this help?
It will. You'll see.
Sorry, I have to get going.
So do I. Be safe, my friend.
Yeah, she just wants to murder someone. I would assume it's because they made her split up with her boyfriend or husband or whatever. Or they killed him. One of the two. And down we go. There was another path I didn't take quite yet. I'll have to go all the way back up to get to it. But I have to kind of loop around because there's no easy way back. I don't know how to open this door and it annoys me. And we go deep down. Unmapped area. Yay. Oh yeah, I don't want to go in there because it's basically just a kill box of a bunch of enemies. Not specifically in that tiny little room, but further down in the hallway, and I don't want to deal with that yet. Not until I can actually open up more doors in there. It might be the only way I can go. Oh, that's not going to be fun. Yeah, these tight corridors are not fun to look at. They're not pretty. They're not
We
interesting.
will build a new Eden. A utopia
on, shut up, please. I get it. Thinking about Mr. Jonah Gutenberg makes you want to cream yourself. But now is neither the time nor the place. So there's nearly no easy way down from here, so I might actually have to go back in there. Yeah, it's looking like that's my only
I'd like to
option.
welcome back Jonah Gutenberg, founder.
Oh, that's annoying. I'm just gonna cut back when I actually get back over there. So I will see you all later. And we are back into the thick of it. Woo! Yeah, just... At least these guys are not hard to kill. Specifically these guys. He takes 2 hits. Chop! Give me your chest armor. And he gets back up. Audio log.
Log 1. Date unknown. Dr. Lawrence Murphy, beginning observation. They're inside me. I can feel them. I've already begun to notice the first changes. The skin on my right leg is burning and itching. The texture appears to be changing. There are small black dots underneath. I could try to stop the process, remove the corrupted areas, but I believe it's already too late, and they're within my internal organs, mutating me at a cellular level.
Yeah, so that's the entire point of Project Utopia. To convert humans into these things. These Cybermen. Or as Dr. Gene will give them a name. Homo mechanalis. It's all kind of a shit show for everyone involved. Except for Dr. Gene, because he's a bud. And this is what he wants. Kind of gross how a company basically gets to decide who lives and who dies. Or, I guess, the fate of all humanity. Chop. This area, so actually, kind of nice thing. This opens up right back to Ops again. Right outside.
I
Or,
know.
I guess a little bit
We're
further,
all
but
impatient.
whatever.
With every passing day, with every launch, Project Resolve.
I'm actually gonna go back around because there was a area that I didn't get to actually go into,
Payload distribution.
which would actually just holds an item that's I just have to grab once and I don't have to go back again. And luckily, everything is still dead because I am a murderer. Where was it? Was it here? No. I believe... Where was it? Well, there's the jump I have to make, so I have to go back further, yeah. So I think the best option I have is to go back up through that lift next to the ops just to get it back up there.
No one has ever explained what we're trying to do. New discovery methods allow us to The very...
Run, 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 run. Was it right here? Yes, okay. So there's this I can open. And if you look, that looks a little suspicious, doesn't it? How close that pipe is. You can actually walk up here and grab an item up here.
A utopia for all.
Kind of a risky jump, because if you miss, you fall face down on the floor. I just don't like making the jump, because I've slipped off this pipe many, many times.
We all know the answer to these questions. What?
And now we have more doors to open. Whee! Huh.
We're definitely getting there, but the shock to the brain, whether psychological or by surgical trauma, is still unpredictable. At worst, they're psychotic. At best, the mental capacity of a 2-year-old. I don't know which is worse. Once they're in that body, the power is truly frightening. The good news is that the organic machine interface is working perfectly.
Yeah, so, you know, we're doing good. We're converting humans to robots pretty good. Yeah, everyone in this facility is pure scum. Oh, he dropped scrap. Yay. I believe there's a second one in here somewhere. No, I'm just crazy. And I don't know what exactly this is, their weapon. It just looks like 3 needles on the end of a stick. But, hey, whatever gets the job done, I guess. So now I have to run all the way back through, and I will make that jump to the power socket, and I will cut back when I do. See you then. And we're back. Finally made it. Only took me one more try. So I think that allows us to open this door, which basically makes this entire area a giant loop. It makes it easier to go through.
It's tough. They got it locked down tight. But I promised I'd get you something. It's not a lot, mind, but it's something. Utopia's a synthetic variant of Resolve. Hyper-aggressive with a nanite distribution system. Now, they believe it's a one-shot solution, but they're being careless, rushing it through. Only Barrett is reviewing the tests. There's no oversight at all. And there's something else. He's been distracted by a personal project. All I know is it involves some high-end cybernetics. He's been rounding up volunteers for months now.
Yeah, so, clearly Dr. Jean Barrett's been doing this for a little while and, kind of been psychotic, you know, turning humans into robots and all that. So, fun times. Up we go.
I'd like to welcome back Jonah Gutenberg, founder and CEO of...
Let's see if I can open that yet. Nope. Okay, I probably have to resend the lockdown when security actually gets here.
Now, usually it's me bugging you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I wouldn't say this game's a Metroidvania. There's a lot of running around, but it's not worthwhile, and it's not interesting in the slightest.
It took almost 2 centuries to make it this way.
You do have to backtrack quite a bit to actually see everything you want to see. But at the same time, I really don't want to do that very often.
Evolve.
I'm sorry, I have to break all those boxes just in case, because I want everything. The suit looks awesome. Stop looking too cool, please. Boop. This is where? This is where I have to be. Okay. Oh. What the shite is that damage? Oh, I didn't kill him. Damn it. And now, the final room.
Now I see the real reason you're here. A purge. Is that their game? Dispose of me like Chavez? But I assure you, it's just growing pains. A little more time. But no, everything has to happen now. It must be perfect, or at least pretend to be. I won't let you destroy our only hope, just because it offends their delicate constitutions.
Yeah, so he thinks I'm part of security, and I'm here to murder him. Which, I'd really like to murder him, but I am a good boy.
Lab 02 locked. Stay where you are. He might still be around. He's playing with us. Playing.
Ow.
Name of the woman down? I'm fucking sure. It's Michael Shaw's sister. Candidates for the program are meant to have no family or friends. This is on your head. I expect this situation dealt with quickly and swiftly.
Woo! Oh, he fell down. Oh no. Oh no.
Years of toiling for the good of mankind.
Give me your head.
To get our manicured little hands dirty.
He did. Ow! Ow! Yeah, this entire portion is basically just you're gonna get spammed with enemies. Survive. Oh, I didn't have their art. Huh. Yeah, so if you go in there, you're gonna get absolutely destroyed by everything in there.
A little too old for hide and seek, aren't we? Come out, wherever you are.
And so the best solution, first off, shock this. So this room's already locked. So I know these guys are gonna wake up.
You've trusted me this far. We all want the same thing. We've looked at other ways, and there's always going to be risk. Utopia works guaranteed. I know the board is balking at the figures, but think of it as cleaning house. Problem solved within 1 generation. It'll just be a much smaller one than previously estimated, but that's a good thing. We've been worrying about what to do with overpopulation for almost 100 years.
Access to Lab 02 granted.
So now they can all come in here.
Having a good snoop around, are we?
Why is he just kind of lingering. Come on. Get in here. Oh, that hurts. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, so that's what happens if you take too long to do it. The best solution I have is basically to lock them all in that lab. Which, it's not going to be that bad, as long as I can get in there with all of them following me.
Please remember, safety at work is our... This is not a scheduled break time.
Where is it? It's the other side.
Was Rome built in a day?
Yes.
We all know the answers to these questions. Why do people expect the rebuilding of the atmosphere to happen so quickly? After all, it took almost 2 centuries to make it this way.
Oh, I totally went the wrong way. Oh, hey, a weapon. I didn't even mean to grab that. I'm just panicking with the inside because I really want my scrap. Please. No. I wonder why. He's dead. Alright, so I need to grab my scrap. Come on. Oh, there's more guys blocking the entrance? Come on! Oh, I'm dead. Okay, that's annoying. I didn't think there'd be a guy literally standing at the doorway. That's so stupid. Oh, back into it again.
Happy to help.
Yeah, like I'm not afraid of the area. I'm more afraid of just the sheer numbers, because in this game, the combat is built around being able to fight one enemy at a time, but yet having to fight multiple for some reason. Which, I don't know how that makes sense, but I guess it does. So I need to clear out this guy. He's gonna make it back up. Come on. But like, look at that damage output. Oh, he died. Okay, whatever. Let's make sure there's no others in here. There is not. Okay. I can lure them out, that's fine. I guess it'll, like, weaken them a little bit. I have no stamina. I'm not locked on to anything. It's... Oh. Nice. Okay. That's 2 more down. And they give a hefty amount of scrap. Like, look at that. Okay. You can come in. So now, they're both in here. And there should be no one left in the main room. Meaning, using that first console, I can do this. Okay, I guess I'm just crazy. I don't care. I'm just gonna kill everything. Ooh, the fire killed him. Nice. And I think because I used that, what was it? Switch, or that panel, I can go in here now. This is the ultimate form of them. The 2.0. I guess, not 2.0, but it's basically just an upgraded version of the white ones. He's not that hard. He just hits significantly harder. So I have to chop off an arm, as well as he drops Mark IV armor, or Mark IV materials. So using, or cutting pieces off of him is much more good. Oh.
It's easy to point your fingers at others.
There we go.
So tell me,
And now,
who's the real monster?
to leave off on Dr. G. Barrett.
The wolf devouring the sheep, or the hunter murdering its cubs in their lair?
Attention, please.
Oh.
Contingency protocol for asset
Mark Dean, perfect candidate for the program. We pulled him off the streets and put him to work in recycling a couple of weeks back. He's a complete zero. We even DNA typed him to outside databases. No living relatives. He's so happy to have a place to sleep and 3 square meals a day, he'll happily sign the consent forms.
Yeah, you are a scumbag. Alright, so Gene, what do you have to say?
An inquisitive mind. That's the spirit. And besides, things without all remedy should be without regard, right? What's done is done.
What the hell is this freak show?
This freak show, as you call it, is my legacy and the future of human life on Earth. You failed to see, or maybe you chose not to. But I'm trying to save mankind here. Not just the species. No, I'm trying to save all of us. We're flawed, incomplete. We're not yet prepared to re-enter paradise, you see. We wouldn't survive. My Homo Macanalis can change that. They are the living proof that we could be more than human. We, all of us, could fill the world of tomorrow. Ascended beings in a new utopia.
So what about Utopia?
Let me put the record straight. Unlike Resolve, which will exterminate us slowly and painfully over generations, my nanites do a quick and clean job. I've minimized the suffering, a fresh start, a clean slate for those that remain. If that concerns you now, then you shouldn't have tried and stopped my little pet project. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be safe. Go on. Go smoke a nice fat stogie and watch the apocalypse from your glass tower with the rest of them.
You're sick.
Oh, you moral crusaders. Always the first to swing the sword from the little corner of self-righteousness. Chavez was exactly the same. Always beyond reproach. Even when the first reports on Resolve came in. I don't claim to know the one truth, because there isn't one. Everybody takes sides, and always their own. Good, evil, all nonsense and totally subjective. Just children's stories. As we grow older, mortality beckons, and so we reach for the divine. Same fairy stories, different binding. The individual must be prepared to sacrifice himself for the many. The species is what's important.
So you know what's going on here?
I'm honored by your assumption, but even I have my limits. I do know a mob stormed my labs and my colleagues are either dead, dumb, or simply gone. So much for security. And what's the board doing, Still twiddling their thumbs over the launch of Utopia? I submitted my final analysis weeks ago and I'm still waiting. We need people who can make decisions around here.
What about Chavez?
Yes, what about her? Not seen since she threw a tantrum and got kicked out of my labs. But still, wonderful woman. And an extraordinary scientist. An incredible intellect. Kind-hearted and so ambitious, you have to admire a fighter. But Resolve didn't work. We needed to act and act fast, and I had the solution. It's just a shame her ego got in the way of her career.
I think you've got me confused with somebody else. I'm not working for the board.
Maybe you are. Maybe you're not. What difference does it make now? This place is going straight to hell, and we're going with it. Or we're already there, and didn't even notice.
So, these tin men are supposed to be our future?
Not pretty, is it? But the truth rarely is. Just think of it as an upgrade to survive the world of Utopia. Our meat machines are inadequate. We won't make it unless you hightail it back to your master's tower. We have the will to survive as individuals, but as a species, we need a push. There's no winning without sacrifice. I just wanted a level playing field to create a utopia for all.
I think we're done here.
In that case, if you don't mind, Inspector, I need to get back to work. Terribly important things to do. Terribly important.
Yeah, so he's a nutjob, and we're gonna leave this episode here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.